Hi guys, welcome to Free Running Gaming's channel, and I'm SnowGuerrilla. And today I'm going to be talking about Eurogamer and how my experience was there, how the atmosphere was, the layout, and how the games are as well, and what games are actually there playable, and what games were there just so you could watch them. Now, before I get into that, the gameplay is just some game we were playing last night. The whole FRS team was actually back, except for the new legend. Now we have the Machine who came back and he's playing some games with us. So he's going to have a lot of gameplays at the moment. Well, I'll be showing him in it. We had Josh, he's a gamer we know and he's just joined in just to play some games. And we had Hazy Head Monkey, SnowGuerrilla, which is me. We had the My Mind Tricks, and we had Toast 26. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the gameplay, but it's not about that. It's more about my experience and how the games were at Eurogamer. Now Eurogamer was a great time this year. Because we went on a Sunday, the queues were a lot shorter and people just seemed to disappear around 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we got to play games a lot quicker and we didn't have to stay in the lines that long. I think the longest line I had to stay in was 1 hour and 30 minutes, and that's it. Where last year I was staying in the queues like 2+ hours. So that was an absolutely great time. We didn't have to wait in the queues. We got to play games a lot quicker. But with it, we got to play Call of Duty Ghosts. I got to play it 6 times. And now, Ghosts is a big game. Call of Duty is a big company, a big franchise. But they didn't bring enough things to win. Now, I found out that you had to win the game, but also be the highest in your kills to deaths, and which I was 6 times. And you're supposed to win a t-shirt. Now, the first time I did it, I really wanted that t-shirt. So I went in, got the kills, won it. Well, where's my t-shirt? There's none left. Now, I know it's a Sunday, and I know you've had lots of people. But you know how big this franchise is. You know how many fans there are. Call of Duty should have brought way more t-shirts. They should have had enough. They put them on for 2 things. Winning and getting the high score. That's 1. And the second of it was if you pre-ordered the game, you got a t-shirt. Now, I already pre-ordered the game ages ago. So I didn't need to pre-order it, so I didn't get the t-shirt. But I won 6 times and I should have got a t-shirt. So that annoyed me because they know how big they are. They should have enough stuff around. They should have enough franchise to be there and to give away whatever they need to. But the layout of it wasn't the best. Now, Black Ops 2, if you went, had that command center, had that tournament section where the YouTubers were, where the Treyarch people were. So we had David Vanderhart there. We had all them, and they were battling out with each other quite a lot. And you got to watch their video because the codcaster was just switching to different players and you got to see how they played. This year it was like Modern Warfare 3, so if you saw Modern Warfare 3's booth, you'd know exactly what I'm talking about. Except for it had Ghost on. There was nothing else different. They put boards up with Ghost on, TV's line done. They didn't really care. They didn't care about the atmosphere, it seemed. And the people that were there had no idea really about the games. They just were there working. They didn't have no people who were there knowing about the different types of games and the way it played, etc, etc. So that was quite a bad thing. Now we move on to Titanfall. Now Titanfall was the most epic game you're ever gonna play, guys. It is so good. The gameplay was only an alpha stage and it had less glitches than Battlefield 4 on their beta stage. Now we got to play it on the alpha, so it was on the PC, but we had the Xbox controller, and it was epic. That's the line I stopped in for an hour and a half. I got to play the game, I got to see how it worked, and before as soon as you lined up, you had to wait an hour and a half, like I said. You had to put some headphones in and watch a video about how the game played, what buttons you had to choose, but press to fire guns, etc, etc, and also what characters you had and what titans there was. Now if you haven't watched a trailer about Titanfall, watch it, see if there's any gameplays about it, because it's an absolutely epic game. If there's a beta that ever comes out, download it for free. Of course it will be, and play it, because you'll have so much fun. It's not a COD that you play for a while and then you get bored of it. I was playing it constantly and I was just enjoying every second of it. So yeah, that was the longest queue I stayed for. We were going to stay for Battlefield 4. I'm glad I didn't, because the beta came out and the queues were absolutely ridiculous. That was a game that most people wanted to wait for. Now, I was going to wait for Watch Dogs, but I was in the queue for Titanfall. So Hazy just went in to see what it was like, because there was no one around. And all it was a video about it and how it was going to play. And the only difference was there was a multi trailer that was going to be there. And I missed it because I was waiting in the lines. But it'll be on YouTube, of course. And we'll get to see what it's really like, how the multiplayer works and how the gameplay is and what you actually have to do in the multiplayer. Because all I see is as a single player. But moving on to the next game, we played Assassin's Creed. Now, Assassin's Creed I went in and open-minded, because I don't really like Assassins, but I went in and it was boring. Hands down, I was bored. I don't think Hazy liked it. He'll do a video if he liked it or not, but I don't think he did. You're on a boat, you're in the sea, on the ocean, islands around you, but how to get to the islands was a different matter. Now, I looked around and there was no one, absolutely no one, that was off the boat, except for if they were in the sea trying to swim to the island. Hazy puts his controller down and a person comes up to him and shows him how to get to the islands a lot quicker. But no one else. So people were just asking people how to get to the places. It was ridiculous. If you're going to help get a player to invest in their money to play a game and to buy that game, you expect them to show them how to get off the boat onto an island. Come on. You try and bring them in, show them how to do it. That's what Titanfall did, and that's why it was so epic. This game wasn't. It was boring. It was dull. I got to play the PlayStation 4 because it was on PlayStation 4, so that was a good thing. And Ghost was on Xbox One, so I got to play both controllers, which I'll do another video about. But with Eurogamer, the layout was very good. I will state it. It was a lot better this year. You had 18s on top, and you had all the other stuff on the bottom. 18s was absolutely, I found, very nice, except for the lighting. Now, the lighting throughout the whole place was too dull and too dark. It tried to create that atmosphere, that where you had to look, you had to find the games to make you feel like you want to play it, but it was too dark. There was lights everywhere, and none of them were on. I know we're in a flipping crisis with money and everything, but come on, spend some money on electricity. It was ridiculous. But yeah, that was the most annoying part of the whole Eurogamer experience, was it's too dull and too dark. You couldn't do no recording because it was too dark, and the only lighting place that there was, because people brought their own lights. And at the places where you bought the comics and the t-shirts and the figures of the games, that was the lighting because they brought their own, not because Else Court gave them any extra lighting. Stupid. Oh, that annoyed me. But with it, the layout was absolutely good. It had extra places where you could just relax and sit down and chill out. There was more food places, so you didn't have to spend like £10 on a flipping pizza. You could go upstairs and eat some Chinese food and stuff. We still had the pizza because it was the quickest, and it had needed to use cards, so that was the easiest place to use it. I was like £8 odd for a pizza. So yeah. But yeah, the layout was a lot better, and it had a pinball machine area, that was great. There were so many people on that. It was ridiculous. Everyone wanted to play the pinball machines, because pinball machines are great still. That was just by Ghost. And yeah, so it had that, I don't know, that more of a sense of space, but not that. It needed some more near enough games to each other, because sometimes you had to walk a bit distance to get to another game, and then that's where the game was, and then you got to walk a bit more. Where last year it seemed like you walked 2-3 steps and you're at the next game, the next queue to play the game. So it made you inviting you in to get to that game quicker. So yeah, I would go on the Saturday next time. The Sunday seems just to play games and just to experience the games. Where Saturday, it seemed like last year was to experience the atmosphere, the gamers, meeting new people, you know, doing the stuff that you want to do when you're at gaming, to see how they enjoyed their game. So yeah, guys, I would go on a Saturday if you want that, but if you just want to play games and games and games, go on the Sunday. You'll have an absolutely epic time still. But we got to meet the Razer guys. They were great. We meet the Gunner guys, which is the glasses that helps keep your eyes not so dry when you're playing the games. Keeps your eyes blinking, so you know, so you get moisture in your eyes all the time. So that was good. Guys, thanks for liking it if you did. And also, if you want to subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to Free Running Snipers as well, which is Hazy Head Monkey's channel. And also subscribe to Flawless's channel as well. Check his channel, it's funny. It does a lot of other stuff as well. But guys, back to this video. Like, subscribe, comment below on how you actually think or thought Eurogamer could improve and how it was as well. There's going to be 2 clips on the screen somewhere around. One of them was my previous video we did, and one's going to be a random video I found. So it could be a Hazy Head Monkeys one, a Flawless one, or someone else's that I thought that was quite funny, and help them guys out as well, because I don't see that happening as much anymore. So guys, thanks for watching it, and guys, check your sub boxes out, because you'll never know, you might find a new video out from us. So guys, thanks for watching.